Okay, we're pretty much ready. Oh, look, perfect. Hi, everybody. This is Brad Christmas.
How you going, guys?
One of my dear friends, he's here for karaoke on the couch. Okay.
Great to be here.
Yeah, good to see you. We haven't seen each other for
It's been
a
a
while.
long time, way too long, isn't it?
Way too long. So I'll have to make sure I get some photos with you. And don't forget, Brad's going to be at Gasparo's tonight to do a Johnny Cash set.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the Man in Black even, come on down. It's going to be a great night.
I'll be there, but not for long. All right, what are we going to sing?
Well, maybe I should start off with a song by the Man in Black. It's one of my favourite ones. I love when Johnny Cash gets a bit humorous. So this is a song called Boy Named Sue.
Oh, love it.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much to ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. I don't blame him 'cause he run ahead, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it quite a joke, 'cause he got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some guy would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy laughing, I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roam from town to town, I hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill the man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July. Just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table dealing stud was a dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had. Knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold and I said, "How do you do? My name is Sue. Now you're gonna die." Oh, well, I hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, he come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth. We crashed through the walls into the streets, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. Went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. Stood there looking at me and I saw him smile and he said, "Son, you know this world is tough. If a man's gonna make it, it's gotta be tough. You wouldn't be around to help you along." So I gave you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. Now you just fought one hell of a fight. I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me for the die, for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. What could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up, threw down my gun, called me pa, called me son. Came away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, and every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Bill or Bobby or something, anything but Sue. I hate that name.
Yay! Oh, fantastic.
Almost remembered all the words.
Yeah, I think we've got time for one more. What do you want to do?
Righto, what about it, some Kenny Rogers?
Oh, yes. I'm not singing, I'll leave it to the professional.
On a warm summer evening, on a train bound for nowhere, met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to speak. We took turns staring out the window in the darkness till boredom overtook us. He began to speak. He said, son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what their cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're writing verses. For a sip of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle. He drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet. His face lost all expression. He said, you're gonna learn to play the game. You gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away. You gotta know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner, every hand's a loser. Best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. When he finished speaking, he turned back towards the window, stuck down his cigarette and faded off to sleep. Somewhere in the darkness, the gambler he broke even, and in his final words I found an ace that I would keep. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away. You gotta know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough counting when the dealing's done. When the dealing's done. When the dealing's done.
Yay. Well, that was Bradley Christmas on the couch at Connect FM.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Bradley.